Star City Buzz. Hi everyone, Bill Rentschler alongside Danielle Shenk in the 1011 Now streaming studio, another edition of Star City Buzz on a very cold and a very snowy Wednesday instead of a Thursday.
Yes, and obviously we're looking ahead to the weekend, which, you know, has Valentine's Day.
It's never too early to do.
Yeah. Has Valentine's Day on a Friday, so, you know, good excuse to maybe get yourself a 3-day weekend. I mean, you know, the snow is already helping you out a little bit.
Yeah. Snow day today for the kids. Wouldn't be surprised if we had another snow day tomorrow. And then, I mean, just make it like a whole
Yeah, just, you know, extend it on out. Yeah. Same for us. We just don't show up to work. I'm just kidding, but if only that worked for news people.
I was talking with Captain Pendleton from UNLPD on one of our streams earlier today, and I was like, you know, we're both kind of in that profession where we don't really get snow days.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfortunate.
Or like a work from home option too, you know. We can't really take this desk and take it home.
My wife always is like, can't you just work from home? I'm like, no, not really. No, it doesn't work that way.
No.
So, but lots of things happening this weekend with it being Valentine's Day weekend, and again a whole smorgasbord of options.
Yes, like tons of groups, organizations are, you know, excited for Valentine's Day, one of the, you know, first kind of major-ish holidays now that we're into February, a few months away from the other big holidays. Mm-hmm. People are ready to celebrate. Mm-hmm. You know, organizations, groups have a lot of fun stuff put together, whether you're looking for something creative or more on the classic side or not Valentine's related at all. That's also an option for you too.
Which, with all the Valentine's Day events happening this weekend, you think that would be like our big event, but I pulled rank.
Yeah, there is a little bias here.
There very much is, because the Lincoln Area Railway Historical Society has their annual train show this weekend over at Sand Hills Global Event Center. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is 9 to 5. Sunday is 10 to 4. You may not find me there all day, but you will likely find me there with my oldest probably both days.
Yeah, which is children 12 and under get in free with a paid adult. Yep. So, you know, I
got that going for me.
Yeah, bring the kiddos. And if you bring a can of non-expired food to support the food bank of Lincoln, you'll get $1 off of admission.
And so they're going to have over 50 vendors. They're going to have 200 plus tables, all things train enthusiast, model train layouts, Z scale, N scale, HO, G scale. We do HO scale in our house.
See, that's already right above me.
It's just very small, and it's very hard to get them to go on the track sometimes because it just yeah. But yeah, so
that was a great explanation.
Liam has his railroad conductor hat, his overalls. He's got it all ready to go.
What about the train whistle? I brought that up before we got on air. I said we need one of those go whoop whoop all aboard.
He had his train whistle confiscated because
he was doing it too much.
There needs to be at least some sense of sanity in my house, and so he had it confiscated. And then my youngest had his loon whistle confiscated because he likes the sound of a loon. So but this is going to be again both Saturday, both Sunday. Going to be a great event, and I expect it will probably be pretty packed.
Yeah.
There's more train enthusiasts out there than you realize.
Yeah, I mean, Sand Hills Global, big place, and, you know, lots of opportunity for people like yourself to go see some trains.
Yeah, so again, Saturday from 9 to 5, Sunday from 10 to 4 should be a great event. They're both days. Other sort of multi-day events happening this weekend, Danielle, as always. We have the scavenger hunt at Puzzling Adventures. That's every day from 10 to 8. This is the last weekend of the rail yard ice rink.
Yeah. And, you know, like we were kind of saying, it's kind of an unfortunate weekend with the weather for it to be the last weekend. So hopefully
alert, Danielle. Jeez.
Well, I hope people were listening to you before this. So hopefully you maybe got your fill or, you know, don't mind maybe some crappy weather to get down there to the rail yard, but just one of many options of things to do this weekend. The Love Shack Valentine's Day pop-up bar is still at Captain Jack's, I think. That's starting at 4. It's going for a little while, I think, yet. And then the Nebraska Elvis Festival at the Graduate Hotel in Lincoln. That's Thursday through Sunday. The times for that kind of vary because it depends on what ticket you get.
But there's going to be a lot of Elvis.
Yes. So there's like a diamond music package, a platinum music package, and solid gold. And the most expensive is like $400 plus service fees. The platinum is like $350 plus service fees. But these are for multi-day ticket packages.
I mean, they have
things
events
like that. So
they have events basically every day, starting tomorrow with the welcome party at 7:00, but then all day Friday, all day Saturday, and then the finale concert at 2:00 on Sunday. So
yeah. So make
Elvis.
sure if you're an Elvis enthusiast, check out the details on this one.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Other things. This one caught my eye. Cosmic skating at the Breslow Center. And they have open skate this weekend, but they also have cosmic skating both Friday and Saturday from 7 to 9:30. So if like staying upright on the ice wasn't difficult enough just with the lights on, you can try and do it with, flashing strobe lights and cosmic lights.
Yeah. And then the next one, the No Coast Junior Derby presents Sour Hearts 2025. So this is, you can get a $15 day pass or a $25 weekend pass, and kids 11 and under get in for free. The tournament starts on Saturday at 9 a.m. and they have a couple of different categories, groups to compete in. So
also probably a busy place will be the wine and chocolate pairing at the Capitol View Winery and Vineyards. That's going to be Saturday from 1 to 9 and then Sunday from 1 to 6. Again, wine and chocolate. I don't need to say any more.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day weekend. So again, that'll be going. And then Moulin Rouge is still happening this weekend at the Lead Center. Yeah,
and that Capitol View Winery thing, you can get 4 pairings for like $27. So not too bad.
There you go.
Get a nice little flight of chocolate and wine.
A flight of chocolate.
Maybe that's how it works.
Yeah, no, it could be. It could be. So those are sort of our multi-day events heading into Friday, which again is Valentine's Day. Again, I like this one, which is Smooches and Pooches. So it's going to be over at Urban Hound Dog Park and Bar, which I think it just sounds like a lot of fun. They're having charcuterie boxes.
It sounds like a perfect Valentine's Day.
It does.
That's from 3 to 9 over at the Urban Hound Dog Park and Bar.
They do have, again, some rules. Dogs have to be, at least a year old, spayed and neutered, stuff like that. So can't just necessarily walk in. Do have to make sure you have your T's crossed and your
it's
I's
a
dotted.
21 plus venue, so
no kids.
No,
just big kids.
No chillins.
Just big kids. Other things happening on Friday, Danielle, and again, there's a number of them. Again, we're only getting to a handful of them. So make sure you check out the full list on the article that you're hopefully on right now. But as always, Fridays at Prairie Pines Nature Reserve. Might be a little cold to be outside, but some people like to take ice baths outside. So maybe some people like to be outside in the cold.
Or take some pretty pictures now with all the snow.
That is true. We do have that going for us.
Then there's figure drawing workshop over at the Lincoln Marriott to learn how to draw a little bit. Also at 6, the Sheldon Contemporaries Art and Bubbly at the Sheldon Museum of Art. So they'll have champagne tasting, sweet treats, hors d'oeuvres, some DJ entertainment, and then even a candlelit evening is what they're painting it as.
There you go. Again, just another Valentine's Day option.
Yes.
So, and then if you wanted to, you could start your evening or round out your day or whatever it might be. Twilight Treks over at Pioneers Park Nature Center. That's going to be from 6:30 to 8. Again, it might be a little bit cold, but again, might be pretty with the snow now. So it's an option for you. And then again, Friday evening, again, obviously Valentine's Day. A lot of Valentine's Day events there. So you get Capitol View Winery and Vineyards, Sideshow Spirits and Cider, Boiler Brewing Company, I think has a fun one there. Their puzzle competition. Or you could just head to the Stars game. Yeah,
Lincoln Stars, they're 30 and 11
That's
right now.
Good.
So, they're kind of popping off.
They are.
Quite a bit. They're on an 11-game win streak. So, good for the Stars.
Do you know? I'm going to put you on the spot. Because I feel like... they occasionally do the teddy bear toss, and I feel like Valentine's Day night would be a good night for their teddy bear toss.
Yeah, or maybe the roses or something.
Maybe
if they do.
I'll have to ask Kevin Suits next time.
I was just saying, I don't know nothing. I just find the event and the day and time and smack it in
there.
the article.
And then we go, there we go. And then we go from there. Heading into Saturday, again, more Valentine's Day themed events happening on Saturday. This one, again, looks interesting. Paint your partner, Danielle.
Yeah.
So from 1 to 3 over at Boiler Brewing Company.
I'm sure it's not that you're actually painting on your partner, but it's that you're painting your partner on a canvas.
Could be.
And then showing them the probably stick figure drawing that you've made of them or whatever have you. But, fun chance to see how your partner views you and how their artistic skills are and how that all turns out.
It says on here, perhaps your portrayal will be like a Picasso, maybe a Da Vinci, perhaps a Pollock. And you can go in any direction that you want. So then that sounds like fun. Again, you could do acrylic, watercolor, graphite, charcoal, all sorts of mediums for your art. And then other things happening on Saturday, Danielle. Again, there's a number of them. I think we mentioned this one last week, but happening again this week, the Galentine's Winery Bus Tour.
Yeah, so that's where you get a bunch of little goodies. You get treated to a nice little brunch before heading out, and I think having some drinks with the gal pals. At 9:30, the Lincoln Polar Plunge is happening at Holmes Lake, and so this is kind of to show your support for the Special Olympics, I think, is what they had painted it as.
It's going to be some cold water this weekend.
To say the least. Let's see if I can grab the details on that.
They have check-ins at 9:30. The plunge actually happens at 11, and they have a post-plunge party at Brewski's, which when I did the polar plunge back in my heyday, there was no post-plunge party. It was just you jumped in, you got out, and you got back in the heat as fast as you could.
Yeah. So that's to support the Special Olympics Nebraska. Then the Winter Luau, that's happening at noon, which is quite the opposite. You're going to be bringing summer vibes into the winter with, if you wear a Hawaiian shirt, you'll get a discount. And you can have some Hawaiian style cuisine.
Just channel the warm thoughts and feelings.
The warm vibes.
Yes. And then Nebraska men's tennis ranked number 15 Nebraska men's tennis taking on number 11 Greenville at the Devaney Center. Was that supposed to be at the Devaney Center? Did I type that in right? Is that at the Devaney Center?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It's there's a Big Ten championship celebration and magnet giveaway. They'll also have autograph poster giveaway.
That's Nebraska men's gymnastics.
What did I say?
I said tennis. I put tennis.
It's gymnastics.
I gooped. So.
Gooped. Oops.
Gymnastics.
Because we got a little mixed up that women's tennis is also happening.
Yes.
On Saturday, that's at 4:00. They'll be taking on Omaha, but before that, I think at 11
there we go.
Is when they're taking on St. Louis.
It's been fixed now.
There we go.
Nebraska men's gymnastics.
Gymnastics.
I was like, they're playing tennis in the Devaney Center? This is new.
But yes, women's you were right halfways that women's tennis was also happening. That's at 11 and 4, St. Louis and Omaha. Is who they'll be taking on over at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center.
And so then it's Nebraska women's gymnastics at the Devaney Center versus Michigan State. That's going to be 7 p.m. Saturday evening. So, and then again, more Valentine's Day. You have a Galentine's Day dinner at the Barred Owl. That starts at 4. And then over at Morrill Hall, Cosmos and Cocktails, Expressions of Love. That's from 6 to 9. And the night market at the Witch's Brew from 6:30 to 10.
And so with the Cosmos and Cocktails, you'll have a planetarium show and then dining, I think.
I love planetarium shows.
There'll be other event activities available from like 6 to 9. But you have a little window of your own certain thing that you're doing. But, I mean, sounds like a grand old time.
Planetarium shows are the best. And, I love listening to them, but I also, want to fall asleep because it's like I'm falling asleep in space. It's just, it's the best. So, that's Saturday. And again, there's plenty more things. Make sure you check out
Yeah.
the full list. There's a lot. There's a lot going on.
We probably touched on like a fourth of it.
Yes.
To be honest.
Very much so. Very much so. Sunday, though, you got to head back over to Devaney. Husker Wrestling, again, top ranked. I mean, not number one, but, in the top 10. Husker Wrestling hosting Indiana. It's senior night, Danielle, and that duel will start at 12:30.
Yeah, and, they've had some tough competition this year, and really close to beating Iowa, wasn't it?
They were up, I think, with 2 matches left, and they were up. I think they lost the last 2.
Yeah, but they've been obviously giving it their all and having a pretty good season.
Yeah, and so it's senior night for them. They'll have one more duel after, and they'll be at Purdue for that. And then the Big Ten Wrestling Championship start. That's going to be in Evanston, Illinois. That starts weekend of March 8th and 9th. And I expect we will likely see a lot of Huskers.
Yeah.
Up for Big Ten championships there. And then nationals and national championships will start March 20th, and that's going to be in Philadelphia.
All you need to know about wrestling. You got it.
You got it right here. Other things happening on Sunday then, Danielle, from noon to 2, you have the Positive DIY toy upcycling at the Bennett Martin Public Library. I always like this idea of upcycling, and it's probably because we have so many toys that we don't use in our house that we probably could upcycle into something that they might actually use.
Yeah, and that you can also upcycle, like learn how to turn old T-shirts, jeans, and other things into fun, like pet toys, things like that. So, I have plenty of clothes, so it's like.
So you should go.
I should go. If only my cat is obsessed with springs. So if there's a way to form clothes into like a giant spring, then maybe she would be.
It could be done. We'll find a way. We'll find a way.
We can ask.
We'll find a way.
Also at noon is the collage pop-up show and fundraiser over at Sower Books. So that is about just making, collage table of your own cards, planners, bookmarks, whatever your heart desires. They have the supplies.
There you go.
Is what they said in their description. Over
at Spike's Beach Bar and Grill from 1 to 4, they have their second annual Puzzles and Pints. This is a fundraiser again, and help. They want to help Peace Out ALS.
Yeah.
So 4-person teams race to finish a 500-piece puzzle.
And nachos.
And 12 beverages of your choice. So
this sounds right up my alley.
You have to register, but it does. I mean, you're certainly with a 4-person team. You're talking $50. I mean, you're probably getting your money's worth in nachos and drinks.
Yeah. If anyone needs a sub me in. I don't know much of a team but man, I like doing puzzles and nachos and bevs.
There you go.
Can't beat that.
There you go.
Can't beat that on a nice old Sunday.
On a cold Sunday.
And then from 2 to 4 is the 7th annual Early Childhood Family Fair over at the Gateway Mall.
There you go. A nice indoor event.
Yeah.
On another.
There's not too much for a description that I saw, but they will have translators there. So if you aren't an English-speaking family or know someone that might need a translator, they'll have one there.
There you go. Trumpet Fest over at St. Joe's. That's going to be from 2 to 4 Sunday. Then also at First Plymouth Church, they have The Crossing. And that's going to be at 4. Bourbon Theater has a show Sunday evening. That show starts at 8. And then Playmore Ballroom has more country bands. And they also have a free dance lesson at 7 o'clock. So if you need some help, they have a free dance lesson.
I'm not very coordinated, so that would probably help. Which is funny, because I used to be in dance. I did tap and ballet when I was a youngin', but that was when it didn't matter, and you could just look cute on stage in a little outfit.
And now you're older,
and I look like a deer if I run. So,
Right. All right.
These long, gangly limbs.
There you go. All right. So, Danielle, you will see Danielle with a free dance lesson at the Playmore.
Because she needs it.
That's going to be Sunday at 7 o'clock. And again, it'll be nice because it'll be another indoor event because there's your forecast for the weekend.
Are you sure those numbers aren't wrong?
Unfortunately.
We wish, right?
Unfortunately, they are right. It is going to be very cold. Friday is probably your warmest day of the weekend, and that's being generous because it is going to be in the low 30s for actual air temperatures, but it's going to be breezy, and so it's going to be feeling even colder than that. And then through the day Friday, we're going to be looking at a range of precipitations. You'll notice again the high is 32.
A range?
Well, you could be looking at
range?
maybe some
Array?
some freezing precipitation transitioning over to snow.
Mm.
If we maybe get a little bit warmer than 32, maybe you're looking at maybe some rain transitioning to some freezing precipitation transitioning to some snow. So a range.
So your guess is as good as mine.
A range.
Of what?
And so there is the potential again for a couple inches, I would say right now, of accumulating snow across the area. And that would happen Friday evening, then into the day on Saturday. Temperatures obviously going from the low 30s for highs Friday to the low 20s for highs on Saturday. And again, blustery. So,
our favorite.
So wind chills probably through most of Saturday will be near zero and into the single digits into the afternoon. And then Sunday, it's sunny, or mostly sunny, and cold. So Sunday morning, you're probably looking at wind chills 15 to 20 below zero. By the afternoon, probably between 5 below to maybe around zero.
But it's not as windy on Sunday.
It's not quite as windy. But when you get that cold, it doesn't take much wind to really
make you wish you didn't step a foot outside. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That made you wish you had the little space heater.
Yeah, that we got going
And that's
here.
been going on all day. So the weekend, weather-wise, not the best.
Yeah, but, plenty of events indoors
That
that
is
you
true.
can enjoy.
That is true. And that is the saving grace of this weekend.
Yes, and we only, touched on, maybe a fifth of the
Mhm.
entire list,
Mhm.
and then as
Mhm.
always, there's art galleries, exhibits, things like that, especially some new ones coming out now that the beginning of the year is here and kind of getting in there a little more, if that even made sense.
So
but
plenty of things. And plenty of things that maybe you don't usually get to, like the art galleries and stuff like that, to do for Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah. And, just like Sheldon Art Museum has opportunity to go see some art and, have some hors d'oeuvres, some drinks, things like that, or opportunities. Lots of fun ways to drink this weekend with Valentine's.
You could go have a flight of chocolate, a flight of wine, see some HO trains, see a show at the Bourbon, go to Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
You could really bounce around this weekend.
You really could, if you wanted to.
Another buzz in the books. Appreciate everyone tuning in and watching it as always. Hope everyone is staying warm today. Hope everyone has their driveway scooped and
all the things.
And all the rest of it. So appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching again. As always, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online for all of the latest. Hope everyone stays warm. Hope everyone has a nice weekend.
You've been listening to 1011 Star City Buzz. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011